Owning real estate is often seen as the beginning to financial freedom, but let's be honest, in this economy, it doesn't quite seem that way. With interest rates rising, it may seem like if you're able to buy a home, all you do is work to pay for that home. Well, in today's video, I'm gonna be presenting you with a unique opportunity of a home that can work to pay you. Let's check it out. Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is John Paul Gutierrez, and if you didn't know that, then it's likely this is your first time on the channel. So first and foremost, I want to give you a big open arm welcome. On this channel, you and I go around looking at the best real estate investment opportunities that the wonderful Sunshine State of Florida has to offer. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to make sure you are the first in line to find your next real estate investment acquisition, guys. On today's video, we are in the wonderful city of Davenport, Florida. If you're not familiar with this area, we are nestled pretty much right smack dab in the center of Florida. We are only 1 hour away from Orlando, Florida. We are 1 hour and 15 minutes away from Tampa, Florida. And honestly, this city is mainly known for its proximity to the magical house of Mickey Mouse. That's right, we're only 30 minutes away from Walt Disney World and its attraction theme parks, which is absolutely spectacular for what we have in store today. We're gonna be taking a look at this wonderful property right behind me. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom property sitting on 1,200 heated square feet of space. We're also on a 0.17 acre. I believe this is an incredible investment opportunity. If you could take a sneak peek, there are 2 doors over here. So we have an in-law unit, which I think is going to be a money maker in this situation. I think this is an incredible opportunity for anyone, whether you're a first-time home buyer or you're just looking to add another piece to your portfolio. I think this is a spectacular property. Starting with the exterior, we have a nice modern minimalist exterior. We're gonna have this nice nice driveway space here for 2 cars. We're also gonna have this garage, which is gonna fit 1 car there. And we have plenty of space in this area right here, where you're gonna be able to do quite a bit in the backyard. But the front curb appeal of this property, I think, is spectacular. This is a new construction home built in 2023, which is always awesome because you are gonna get a warranty on the property. And whether you're buying your first property or just adding another one to your portfolio, it's always nice to have the peace of mind that if anything goes wrong, it's under warranty. So with that being said, let's get inside. Alrighty, guys, welcome inside of this magnificent property. First and foremost, as soon as we step in, I do want to let you know, I'm very excited to get through the tour of this property, but I'm even more excited to get to the end, where I'm going to be going through all the numbers that you may need in order to get into an investment like this. I also have a short special message for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Right as we step in, we're gonna have a door right here to the left, which is gonna lead us to our first bedroom. This should also be the separate unit, the in-law unit, or the moneymaker, as I believe. So with that being said, let's step into this one. As we said previously, it does have a separate door from the exterior, which is what's really gonna make a difference here. So we do have those 2 doors in the front. And you have this one that leads into the front hallway of the property. This, once closed, you could close this off fully if you'd like and just leave the front door there. Or what most people do in case of you wanting to use this as a short-term rental, like an Airbnb, you can put an artificial wall here, right here, like a green wall, a grass wall, something like that, to just hide or mask the fact that it is a door. And this could be maybe a coffee bar station. You could put a nightstand here, something along those lines. Here, as soon as we step in, we're gonna have a closet space. Now, this is awesome if you are going to have a long-term tenant, because it is a nice big walk-in closet. There's plenty of space to hang clothes here, put a dresser, whatever they may need. But if you are thinking of doing this as a short-term rental, I would personally knock this wall down and switch out the carpet, which is some beautiful, lovely, cozy carpet, but I would switch it out and make this into a kitchenette area. That way this unit is a full studio unit. And I think it's easily done considering we have the bathroom right here. So it's gonna have our plumbing connection already pretty much set up. As we step over, we're gonna notice a difference into the porcelain tile on the floor. We're gonna have upgraded granite on the countertop for the vanity, soft closed cabinets down below, and a beautiful, beautiful vanity with a nice mirror here. You're gonna have floor to ceiling tile in the bathtub of this area, which I think is beautiful. Ample enough space in this bathroom. And the room that we step into here is gonna have these beautiful big windows that are going to let in a bunch of natural light into this area, which I think is absolutely spectacular. We're looking at about an 11 by 11 foot space here, and it's definitely cozy. To let you guys in on a little story, I stayed in an Airbnb in Tennessee a few weeks back. That was a space just like this, but it had a jungle theme, and it was so cozy. It felt like we were nestled into a nice little jungle. It was so nice and well worth every single penny. And they, speaking with the owners, they do great out in Tennessee, mainly because they're providing a spectacular experience, which I think you have the possibility to do in a unit just like this. So as we step out of this area, we're gonna step back into the main part of this home. Now here, we're gonna see luxury vinyl plank that lines the floors. We're gonna see some nice tall 10-foot ceilings throughout the space. And we're gonna step into a nice open concept here. As soon as you walk in, there's plenty of space. You can have recessed LED lights in the ceiling, and you're gonna step right into the kitchen first and foremost. Again, that upgraded granite throughout this large island here. You're gonna have these beautiful pendant lights, your double sink. You're gonna have all of your appliances in this area included. So that's gonna be your Whirlpool fridge, microwave, stove, oven, and your dishwasher all come included, along with this beautiful white cabinetry that is soft close and is already going to have your luxury handle fixtures already installed, which is a beautiful touch. Still, we're going to find more windows that beautifully light this property, and a big area here where you're more than likely going to have your dining room set up right here next to the kitchen, and then space ample enough to set up a living room here. Nice big wall, and these two glass sliding doors that are going to lead us into the backyard, which we'll check out in a minute. But first and foremost, I want to take a step back towards the front of the property. Right here is going to be the entrance to your garage. Here you're going to have a small pantry, but here you're going to have the second bedroom of this property, the first bedroom of the main property here. Again, this is going to be similar to the other one. It's going to be about 10 by 10 feet. You're going to have a nice ample closet with your accordion doors, and you're going to have a window facing the east side of the property. Ample enough space to put a nice room in here. You could also make it an office if you don't have anybody else that's going to be staying with you. As we continue on through the property, we're going to make our way to the south side of the property, and we're going to have a division. Right here on my right hand side, we're going to have the bathroom of the property. We're going to have this, again, double vanity here, which is awesome, whether it's just you splitting with somebody else, or if you're a young couple. Great to have your own sink space. You're gonna have a beautiful large mirror here to check out this beautiful face in the morning. Some nice lights up above, ample space right here for your toilet. Again, you're gonna have a bathtub here that is floor to ceiling lined with porcelain tile, and a nice little window to even let some natural light in here on the bathroom. And then right here to the right, we're gonna find another bedroom, our third, our final bedroom here. This would more than likely be like the master bedroom per se, being that it is towards the rear of the property. Nice big window over here on the south side. Again, accordion doors here. And again, we're gonna switch over into that cozy carpet. So this is a nice, big, ample space. Personally, if I lived in the property, I think something that would be cool would be to possibly maybe somehow connect this area so that you have this bathroom just for yourself. If you're a young couple, you don't have kids, that could be a cool idea. So with this being said, let's check out this backyard and see the potential that it has. Alrighty, as we step here into the backyard, we're gonna have this beautiful covered lanai, which is a very nice touch here. You can put some nice rocking chairs back here, enjoy a sunset if you're deciding to live in the property. If not, it's still a nice feature to have, a great selling feature for anybody who's going to be renting the space. As we step out, this property is going to be on a septic tank. So that is a cost that you will incur as an owner, is cleaning out that septic tank. Typically it can be done every year or so. Costs about $500 to get it cleaned out. Depending on how many people are going to be in the home, depends on how frequently you have to change it out. But besides that, we are going to be on public water. There is no well here for your water system. Right here, we're going to have actually a twin property. It's the same builder, the same exact property, exactly the same. They purchased these two lots. They built the same home on it. So that's always nice. You have a pretty ample space back here. You can put a fence to divide the two lots. And I think that would be spectacular to give your guests, your tenants, some nice privacy. You can include a water feature back here, a jacuzzi, a small pool, trampoline, playground set, a bonfire, a fire pit, koi pond, whatever it is that you want to do back here. This is a no HOA and no CDD zone, so you don't have to ask permission to any other association. If you do want to do a pool or something along those lines, you will have to pull permits, of course. However, for the most part, if you just want to provide an experience for some guests, you don't have to count on asking anybody for permission, which is always, always awesome. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the tour so far. Let's hop into those numbers and see if this is the right investment for you. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around until the end. I'm super excited to get into these numbers with you, but also at the end of this, I'm going to give you a very special message that I have on my heart that I want to share with you guys. And let's go ahead and jump right in. I want to recap what we saw: a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom property sitting on 1,200 square feet in the lovely city of Davenport. This is a spectacular property, especially for the price at which it is listed. And I can't wait to get you that information, guys. So let's just jump right in. This was a duplex, you could consider, or just a home with an in-law unit. The cheapest one that I have found in Central Florida, guys. So it's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom in the main house, 1 bedroom, 1 bath in the adjacent unit. The purchase price of this property, drum roll please, $299,000, guys. Spectacular property at this price. I think it is the absolutely cheapest property that you can find in Central Florida that is going to have 2 units, guys. The expected rehab on this property is, you guessed it, 0. There is no expected rehab on this property unless you do want to take this on as an Airbnb and you take my suggestion where I said to turn that closet into a kitchenette, and that will require some capital. Also, if you do decide to go to the Airbnb route, you will 100% need to furnish the property, so that can increase some costs as well. Now, to fix the property itself, estimated that is needed $0. So let's get into some of this financing for you guys. So first and foremost, we got to talk about closing costs. Closing costs are attached to every real estate purchase. That includes title fees, prorated taxes, lender fees, all sorts of things that go into the closing of a property. We're going to take a very rough estimate. On average in the state of Florida, you're looking at a 2.3% of the purchase price in closing costs. So on this property, it'd be $6,877. If you're looking to purchase this property in cash, it's going to be your property purchase price plus your closing costs. It's going to be $299,000 plus those $6,877 in closing costs, looking at a total of $305,877 estimated to close on this property in cash. You want to buy this FHA, this is one of my favorite things about this property, guys. You can purchase this property FHA if you're a first-time home buyer, if this is your primary residence. If you have another primary residence, but it's over 100 miles away from this one, and you plan on living in this property, you can purchase it with an FHA loan. Why does that matter? Because it's going to allow you to purchase this property with one of the lowest amounts of down payment. That's going to be 3.5% down. That's going to be $10,465 plus your closing cost. Again, you're going to be coming to the closing table on this property, roughly $17,342. A spectacular price to get in at this home. It doesn't require a lot of capital. If you've been saving up to buy a home, you can get this one. And of course, you will be able to rent out that unit and make money back. It'll help you pay your mortgage, guys. Absolutely incredible. Conventional, you're going to have a few options conventional. The first one is actually going to be 3% down. So that'll be the lowest you can purchase a property down with outside of a VA loan or USDA loan, which in this case, it would not qualify. But with the VA loan, you would do 0% down. But with conventional, you can do 3% down, but most people tend to use 5% down. 3% requires a higher credit score. 5% down would be $14,950 plus your closing costs. $21,827 would be your cash to close estimated. If this is your secondary property, meaning you're only going to visit this property as a vacational property, it would qualify because you're so close to Disney. You can absolutely make a case for this being a good secondary property. That would be 10% down conventional, $29,900 plus your closing costs, $36,777 cash to close. Also, you can do an investment conventional loan. That's going to require 20% down. So 20% down, similar to this hard money situation, would be $59,800 plus your closing costs. So that would be roughly about $65,000 as an investment property. You do not have to occupy it at any point. With the other conventional loans, the FHA, you do have to occupy the property if it's your secondary property, at least for a couple months out of the year, or a specific time in the year you have to be visiting this property. If not, then you can purchase it as an investment with 20% down conventional. Hard money, you can do it. Do I recommend it? Only if you're planning to take this on as an Airbnb and you're going to add, you're going to do modifications like change that closet into a kitchenette, maybe even to use some of that money towards furnishing the property. You can use a hard money loan. However, they're short-term loans, only 12 months on average. So you will have to refinance it if you are going to hold this property. If you did and had no relationship with a lender, but you wanted to go hard money, you're going to be putting on average 20% down. That's $59,800. Once again, they're going to charge you 3% of the loan. That's what we call points. That is, they charge for the loan. So they will charge you, is where they make their money on the loan. That's going to be 3% of the loan, not on the purchase price of the property, but on the loan. So what does that look like? We're going to take that 20% out of the $299K. It's going to leave us with $239,000. And then there's no rehab. You could add 10, 20K if you were going to furnish it, change that stuff, and the hard money loan will provide that. But in this situation, we're just going to use this 239,200. So we're going to take 3% of that. It's going to give us $7,176. That is how much they're going to charge you for the loan. So that'll add on to your closing costs. So when we take this down payment, these 3% loans plus the average closing cost that we talked about, you're looking at $73,853 cash to close. Guys, this is a spectacular property. That and La Union, if you decided to put it on Airbnb, you can get a market Airbnb rent of $100 a night if you did that at a 70% average rate of filling. Of course, anything above that is awesome, but we like to use conservative numbers. So 70% of the month, meaning 21 days, 3 weeks out of the month, it is occupied. You're gonna be making, after you take out your Airbnbs, roughly about $1,700. That is a very, very nice help for any of my first-time home buyers looking to purchase a property, but you don't want to slave away for your property. That could bring you a lot of additional income, and it's an easy side hustle. You just make sure everything's clean. It's in your home, so you don't have to drive anywhere. It's just at home. Your tenants leave. If there's any problems, you can fix them right away. Everything is nice and smooth. If you provide an experience, you can do great. Again, making about $1,700 to $1,800 a month additionally. And a long-term rate, if you just wanted to put a tenant in there, you can get about $1,000 a month. And that could also help you, and you wouldn't have to worry about any managing on anything. You would just have to worry about your tenants, and that is it, guys. So this can give you quite a bit. If you were looking to rent both sides out, you could rent the entire property for somewhere around $3,000 a month. So as an investment, you're looking at about a 10% return on investment there if you were to purchase this property cash and rent it out long term. I think those are spectacular numbers. If you're a first-time home buyer, this is an excellent opportunity because you, again, will have that income helping you, pay that mortgage payment so that, if you do on a good month, you may have to put out a little bit less. It's an awesome opportunity. If you have family that you want to live with you, it's also a great opportunity. You have that separate unit right there that will allow you to host somebody, have their own separate little space. As an investment as a whole, if you want to rent out both sides, you get 2 in 1 for only $299,000, guys. I think is an excellent deal. It is the cheapest one in Central Florida, guys. So if that is the style of property you are interested in, if you're a first-time home buyer and you want to get more information on what it looks like to buy a home, what interest rates are right now, if you're looking to get pre-approved, please reach out. My team and I would absolutely love to help you get into your first home, to find a home, even if it's not your first one. If you're an investor, you want to get more information about what those returns looks like, you want to look at some rental comparables, you want to look at some Airbnb rates, please feel free to reach out to us. My team and I would love to provide you with all the information you need to make a smart investment decision so we can help you acquire your next investment, guys. In general, if you need absolutely any information, we are here to help. It is our #1 mission. So with this being said, guys, I want to get into a little bit of a special message for you guys. And it's just a story that's probably been told and I'm sure you've heard before. It is the story of Solomon, King Solomon. King Solomon is known as one of the most successful kings in the history of man, one of the richest men ever to exist. King Solomon is the son of King David. King David was in his old age. The throne got passed on to King Solomon in his young age. King David and King Solomon were both believers and had immense love for God. They would offer burnt offerings to the Lord. And when King Solomon took over the throne, he himself made a great burnt offering to God. And in a dream, God came and spoke to him and said, "Ask me for whatever you want, and it'll be given to you." You imagine that? Imagine God comes to you and says, like a genie, says, "Hey, whatever you want, I'll give it to you." Think about what you would ask for. I think of myself, especially at a younger age, I'd probably ask for to be rich, to have super speed, to be able to fly, teleport, something crazy. King Solomon was incredibly wise at this young age. He was very smart, rather. And what he asked for from God was actually wisdom. He said he wanted to be able to discern good and bad for the people. He wanted to be able to discern what is right and what is wrong for his people. He asked God for wisdom, and God was delighted and gave him wisdom. Through his wisdom, he gained riches. He gained loyal people in his kingship. They loved him. He became incredibly successful, one of the most successful people in the history of humanity, all through wisdom. All of this to say that I think it's important when we're looking at investments, when we're looking to buy a first home. There's so much going on right now. Rates are high, they're dropping, they're going up, the market's going to crash, and the market's going to go back up, and then it's this and it's that, and we hear so much noise, and we focus so much on these things. But at the end of the day, I think the most important thing we need is wisdom. And what I'm trying to say about it is to learn, right? We need to seek information, seek understanding, not only in business, but also with each other as people. Seek first to understand, then to be understood is one of my favorite sayings that's been ingrained in my mind since a young age. Furthermore, I want to share with you that I think is very important when we're making any type of decision to seek counsel or seek advice in the Lord. The same way that Solomon asked God for wisdom, I think it's very important for us to do the same. If you're a Christian like myself, ask the Holy Spirit to guide you, to give you wisdom. Comes through God, and through that, He will guide your steps in the right direction. He'll make sure you get into that perfect home. He'll make sure that you purchase at the perfect time. But first and foremost, I think you ought to seek the kingdom of the Lord, and He will guide your steps. He will make sure that through you asking wisdom, you will get everything else that you need and is rightfully yours in His kingdom. With this being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for sticking along. I plan on bringing you guys as much content as I possibly can, both informational and house tours, to give you information, but also present you with opportunities that you can invest in. Whether it's to add to your portfolio, it's your first home, my team and I would absolutely be delighted to help you in this process and answer absolutely any questions. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, give us a call, and we're more than happy to help you. Additionally, let me know what else you'd like to see. Let me know if you like this style of property, if you like this area, if you want to know more, what areas you're interested, what style of property or what style of investment interests you the most, and my team would love to answer to your call. So once again, my name is John Paul Gutierrez. Thank you so much for sticking along. I hope you have a blessed week, and I'll speak to you guys in the next video. Take care.